It's Tuesday morning on the Morning Brew with Friends. We got a killer show lined up today. We got Jesus Pie on and our friend Patrick Jones from Better Blog Saul. Going to tell us all about how they came to blog about Saul. We got Albuquerque Free Press is bringing us Deborah Landau from Air Dance, New Mexico. Andrew Connors is here, and from the Gladiators, the city's new professional football team, we got Matt Hayward. And Tierna is here to talk about a new video contest at the city, all on the Morning Brew with Friends. Our new song is great, isn't it?
Yeah.
It pumps you up at 7 in the morning.
Yeah, I know. It's to listen to this nonstop on my way.
I almost do, you know. So you've been blogging about Saul now.
Yeah.
And that's just I haven't really seen much of the show. I hate to admit. We'll have to talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
But we got headlines first, brought to us by Tony and Guy Hairdressing Academy, and I just love this. And you're a tech guy.
I'm a tech guy.
You're totally a tech guy. This is awesome. Albuquerque is one of 20 tech hire cities that the president has named. And this is pretty cool. He's trying to bring together basically education with businesses and giving federal incentives to basically launch a brand new tech economy in the country. And it's needed, I think. You know, all of us talk about coding. We all talk about the idea of, you know, it's important in school now to learn coding, even as a second language almost.
Yeah.
And the new Tech Hire Initiative should help with that. It's just getting rolling. I can't wait to see what that actually means still. But Albuquerque is one of just 20 cities that were selected.
Great.
So I'm really excited.
Yeah.
And that feeds right into what's going on at UNM. And they have the new Innovate ABQ Center. And I think a lot of us are familiar with kind of the dilapidated old building there, the old church on the corner of Broadway and Central. And that's becoming a tech center. They're calling it an innovation center that UNM is starting. They're calling it Innovate ABQ. And this is a killer graphic of it here. And I shot this yesterday at the UNM Regents meeting as they were approving the master plan for this thing, which is pretty cool. And they're actually going to basically bisect that 7-acre property with a new road. There's the UNM Regents meeting as they all were voting on this thing yesterday. And it's really cool because the idea is to create this one spot where students, researchers, retail people, everything get together and create. They want to create all the collisions of people. You know, when you're with people, you bounce ideas off people. You have, you know, you can just do a whole lot more when you're around people who are interested in what you're interested in. And the idea with this tech center is that they're going to have like coffee shops, they're going to have retail spots, they're going to have a dorm for students and researchers both, which I think is pretty cool.
That's a great idea.
Like on site next to the labs, and it's all right downtown. And it goes right into the idea of live, work, and play downtown. So I'm really excited to see what happens with that. Now that the master plan has been approved, they can actually start calling on some developers now. And the developers can actually get out there and see what they want to do with 7 acres. So that should be really interesting. I just love this. It's fun when, you know, local companies just kind of step out of the box a little bit. The guys up at Hinkle Family Fun Center, one of my favorite places to go. Even as an adult, I love going there. I will play their video game, or I will play in that arcade all day long. And they have paintball, but now they're getting a bowling alley.
Oh, fantastic.
Right? It should be fun. Like, we keep hearing about bowling alleys closing, you know. We just heard a couple weeks about the Holiday Bowl closing on Lomas. Now, we got a whole new one. It should be awesome, way up in the heights, but it's a new bowling alley in town. It's something to totally be excited about. And this next one, I think is just interesting, because in Santa Fe, this guy here with the beard sued his next-door neighbor because her Wi-Fi was giving him headaches. And her cell phone use was giving him headaches, and he says he's got electromagnetic sensitivity. And what's really interesting about this, and this is a case that's actually been going on for several years, but what I find totally fascinating about it is that it made it all the way to the state Supreme Court.
Really?
Yeah. And the idea of electromagnetic sensitivity could have really changed how the wireless industry works. We all count on it. We wouldn't have this show without it. You wouldn't have your Android watch without Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And if it had gone through and it had gone beyond that, it could have really changed how we all look at Wi-Fi, but it's been stopped in its tracks now.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that going forward. And then finally, we got the new Apple Watch. You have your Android watch, though, Patrick.
Got my Android watch right here.
You know, I'm wondering about the Apple Watch. Is it going to be a fashion accessory or is it going to be a technology accessory? And I'm a watch guy. I like them, but as a fashion thing. Really. And a lot of people look at them as investment things. When you're looking at a $17,000 Apple Watch, they start at $350, but they go all the way up to $17,000. And you can get one completely blinged out, 14 karat gold with diamonds on it and everything. But, you know, you use your watch. What do you use it for?
I use it a lot when I'm driving. It can get me home, so I can just speak into it and say, "Okay, Google, get me home."
Right. Did it just turn on when you said that?
I hope not. When I turn my wrist, it turns on. It tells me they got a meeting at 4 o'clock today.
Excellent. Well, we'll have you out of here before then. But first, we're going to come back. We're going to have Tierna, I think, talk to us a little bit about what's going on at the city this morning in a new video competition. We've got a whole lot more on the Morning Brew with Friends.